Hi guys, welcome back to GP Reactions. My name is Gal and I love to listen to a bit of music. It is a weeknight tonight, so um, I'm feeling pretty good actually for a Monday. It's quite unusual. I think January was quite dreary and sort of kind of fed up with the cold and the dark. And today's been a little bit brighter. It's been really, really nice at work, and it's just generally it kind of boosts your mood when the sun comes out, I think. Also, it's been actually quite mild. It hasn't been too cold, so um, I'm in great spirits, and it's great to be able to do a reaction and not feel like I've had a really hard day traveling in and out to work. So yeah, I'm going to be reacting to a track by Fleetwood Mac. Before I get to that, just want to thank everybody for subscribing, for suggesting music to listen to, donating to buy me a coffee, which is really, really appreciated. And yeah, just generally your comments and just being here, listening to music. So that said, a couple of days, was it a couple of days? Yesterday I reacted to two tracks by, I think, Starship and also Thin Lizzy, both with the title Sara. And this track tonight will complete that circle, which is like, of course, it's Sara by Fleetwood Mac, and it's from their album Tusk. I've never heard this track before. Um, it actually peaked at number 37 in the UK Top 40 at the end of 1979. I think they're suggesting that it may have been around at the beginning of 1980 as well. So this was written by Stevie Nicks, and we have Lindsey Buckingham on guitars and vocals, Stevie Nicks on lead vocals, Christine McVie on backing vocals and piano, John McVie on bass, and of course Mick Fleetwood on drums. I think this is the first time I've reacted to a Fleetwood Mac track on this channel, so yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This is off his 12th studio album entitled Tusk. Now I have heard the track Tusk, and I remember it being a very sort of like a tribal beat to it. But very, very good, really interesting, odd song by Fleetwood Mac. My memory of Fleetwood Mac was like a bunch of songs in 76, 77, and then Tusk in 1980, and then I remembered they had some songs in the kind of like latter half of the 80s. Very successful stuff. Good songs as well. If I remember, there's Little Lies. There was Big Love, which I haven't heard for about 25 years. So I might come back to that depending on what happens with this one. Obviously, there are some groups which, if you try and react to them, they just block you. It doesn't matter whether you react to video, to vinyl, to just the audio. It's just you get blocked left, right, and centre. So Eagles is one of them, um, and actually I find it with the Beatles as well. Although I've noticed a lot of people reacting to the Beatles, so I might give that a go at some point. Just something, I don't know, but I don't really have much luck. It's weird. On the other side of the pond, people are able to react to things like the Beatles, and then we can't react to them over here. It's just you can never predict with YouTube. But I'm looking forward to this one, and this track is actually track 5, which is the last track of side 1. So without further ado, I think this is the final version, and I'm really hoping it doesn't get blocked. So here we go, the album version too. Love that really slow piano start.
Wait a minute, baby.
Stevie
Stay
Nicks.
with me a while.
Oh, let me just take that back to the start. Really love a combination between the piano and the guitar here. It's almost like they're one together. Um, yeah, that's a really beautiful start.
minute, baby. Stay with me a while. Said you give me life, but you never told me about the fire.
It's an acoustic record. Obviously not. Oh, I love that. The drums coming in there. Transition.
And it was just like a great long wing within the wings of a storm. I think I had met my match. He was singing and undoing, and undoing. Ooh, lazy, undoing the lazy.
I'd say this is really, really dreamy. Her voice is just it's quite, I don't know what's the word. It's really kind of smooth, but it's kind of got an edge to it as well, and it's so distinctive. Actually, I remember a couple of records of theirs in the 70s and that where it was I think there was Dreams and a few of the others. I think it all from basically the same album, but her voice is just like amazing, so distinctive. I've heard her talk as well, and she's kind. You can sort of tell that voice is there. It's not like a completely different talking voice. It's kind of there. Um, but I also love the way the drums came in at the beginning of this, and that transition as well. But that I don't know whether I can't remember whether that was in a verse, but it's like a real nice transition. Um, Everything about his song's like really beautiful at the moment, but it's kind of very dreamy. It's sort of putting me in a trance. I kind of feel like somebody's like whispering to me in my sleep. That's what it kind of feels like. Not a fever dream, but one of those that you have that's kind of vivid, but it feels real, but you just know it's a dream. I will say, because of the running time on this, which is I think 6 minutes 23 seconds, it's this is probably an album version. If this was ever released as a single, and it did really really well in Canada and the US, number 3 and number 7, um, it would probably be like a lot shorter. So I'm probably getting like um, the full works here with this track, which I'm really really glad about because. It means that when I come back to listen to the edited version, which I will do, I can sort of imagine all the bits that aren't on that radio version, if you know what I mean. But yeah, this is terrific.
Said Sarah, you're the poet in my heart. Never change, never stop. But now it's gone. It doesn't matter what for.
love that bit.
Hold on, the night is coming, and it's starting to fall I stay home at night all the time. I go anywhere, anywhere, anywhere. Ask me and I'm there. Yeah, ask me and I'm baby. I care in the sea of love where everyone would love to drown, but now it's gone. They say it doesn't matter anymore. If you build your house, then please call me home. Sarah, you're the poet in my heart. Never change, and don't you ever stop. Now it's gone. No, it doesn't matter anymore.
But I absolutely love the bass that's underlying all of this. I didn't kind of pick it up very at first because I think very interestingly at the very beginning, the piano and the guitar were very much in line with each other, and it kind of felt like they were one. And similarly with the drums and the bass, they kind of like feel like they're almost together. Whether that's like production, I'm not sure, but it kind of gives like the drums a really sort of like heavy foundations. It's really really cool, and or listening to all the little parts, especially the harmonies and stuff that are kind of barely audible, but you kind of know they're there. It's really really cool. It's very atmospheric. This song is. I've not. I mean, I've not heard an amazing amount of Fleetwood Mac songs. I think the earliest song I heard was Albatross, which my mom had on a 1975 album or 76 album called Pop Mobility or something like that. And yeah, but I've never, I've never heard too much from them. So whether this is representative of more stuff that they've done, I don't know. But I'm really loving it. It's like so. Um, understated and laid back that it actually and I like that with records that are quite understated because they're not forcing the message upon you. They're not forcing the vibe upon you. You can be too over enthusiastic with the message, and I think sometimes people take a step back. If it's a bit too obvious, and this is very very understated. They know what they're doing, and they know they've got the class, and this is like wonderfully delivered. Absolutely loved it so far. Let's just take that back.
Now it's gone. No, it doesn't matter anymore. When you build your house, I'll come
That was absolutely wonderful. kind of like a thought sort of across my mind towards that last section, and it kind of reminded me of like, if you bear with me, like with this one, it's like back in I think in late 90s, late 80s, 90s, and even the noughties. Actually, I watched a program called Bob Ross, and he's an artist. And you'd watch him putting these paintings together, and kind of put down his foundations, and he put like a few mountains in the background, and he put a few trees in the foreground, and you got the depth, and you kind of thought that's actually really, really cool. But what actually topped it off was when he starts going with his little brush to kind of create even more depth, putting leaves on trees. And I kind of feel like with Fleetwood Mac, and especially with um, excuse me, especially with Stevie Nicks' vocals, it's like this is really good, but then with her vocals on top of it, it is just like that final brushstroke that sets the song, apart. Um, and it's just such an incredible sort of like finishing touch with her voice. And yet everything else, I could listen to an instrumental of this. It would be really, really cool. And I'd probably be really appreciative of the part that all the other musicians play, from Christine McVie's piano, John McVie's bass, and Lindsey Buckingham's little like guitar. The drums, fantastic. Um, but with her voice at the end of it, it kind of really, really, it's the finished product. Absolutely fantastic song, and kind of really hope I don't get this blocked. So always a bit nervous with first time groups. So yeah, please let me know what you think of this. I won't go too much into the lyrics. What I kind of, the vibe I took from the lyrics was that there was it was a little bit sad, but there was kind of like a purpose to it, so it added a little bit of positivity as well. Drowning in the sea of love, where everyone would love to drown, and now it's gone. It doesn't matter anymore. When you build your house, call me home. So I'm not sure if that's a depressing thing or whether that's a positive thing. That there's like hope at the end of despair. Maybe. I mean, I'm sure there's probably deeper meanings to all this, but I did love that particular lyric, "The drowning in the sea of love," where everyone would love to drown. It's really, really interesting and nice, but a little bit kind of gloomy. But I did like the bit at the end that kind of made it feel a little bit more positive. So I think this is a song with a purpose to it and a bit of positivity. But I just loved it. I just loved the overall vibe and her voice. I not so much maybe the lyrics, although like I said, if there is any deeper meaning to this, please let me know in the comments. But and also, if you remember this from that time, obviously I was listening to music in 1979. And I think I was, because I was at school and I was in secondary school. I was kind of started listening to the music of the day, which was Madness, and I think was it 1979? We had the Christmas number one was Pink Floyd, Brick in the Wall. I wasn't really kind of anything else, especially someone like Fleetwood Mac. I wouldn't have maybe entertained this track very much. If I had heard it, it would have been just very kind of peripheral to the main music of the day, which was, the new happenings with the, you know, I think new wave, two tone, and coming into like the new romantics and synth stuff. So, but this was absolutely wonderful. As an older person now, I can really appreciate that something like this um, is really sort of gave me like a little bit of chills, to be honest, when the transitions happen, because yeah, I kind of felt that a little bit. But yeah, please join me in the comments, let me know what you think. Until next time, have a wonderful week, and take care of yourself.